You're gonna feel like that about going back into the AC.
Yeah.
You step outside and be flapping around like, can I go back inside?
Yeah, it's gonna be something today.
It is. Want to find water, drink a lot of water today. All the things to keep you cool because another day with more extreme heat. Unfortunately, that could continue into tomorrow. Watching very carefully kind of the trend of our feels like temperatures tomorrow because we may end up having to issue another weather impact alert if we do anticipate another heat advisory for tomorrow. Unfortunately, that ridge of high pressure that has been cooking us lately looks like it's going to take a little longer to retreat and really let go of our forecast here. Our moderate heat risk finally returns Friday and Saturday. So is it still going to be hot? Yes, it's August in Tampa, but we'll at least get away from dangerous heat back half of the week. Today, our heat advisory in effect from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. for feels like temperatures up to 112 degrees. Today could potentially be our hottest day we've had so far. That pink color that you're seeing just to the north of Citrus County and all the way through the Florida Panhandle, those are excessive heat warnings for feels like temperatures up to 115 degrees. Looks nice out there, doesn't it? Look at this beautiful sunrise coming up over St. Pete, over the pier. Looks nice, but guess what? Now that that sun's up, temperatures are only going to go up from here. So it's going to be a quick warm up today. Temperatures already in the 80s along our coastline. 84 in Tampa, 84 in St. Pete, 84 in Newport Richey, 83 in Sarasota. Mid to upper 70s inland. You're at 77 in Winter Haven, 76 in Bartow, 77 in Lakeland. Brooksville, you're the cool spot at 74 degrees this morning. Crystal River, 82 to start your day. Here's a look at dew points. Yuck. Mid to upper 70s, that is the air you can wear. I know when I stepped outside this morning, this was the first thing I noticed was how sticky it felt out there. And naturally, all this moisture working with our heat and all the sunshine we're expecting today, that's going to give us our very hot day. In fact, again, a day that is hotter than yesterday, potentially hotter than Sunday as well. By 10 o'clock, already going to feel well into the triple digits, feeling like 102 to 106 widespread. So, of course, we had the polls open at 7 o'clock. If you can get out sooner rather than later after you drop the kids off at school, head right over the polls if you plan to vote today because it is going to heat up very fast. If you wait until your lunch hour, it's going to be excruciatingly hot. Here's a look at 3:30 as a lot of the kiddos are headed home from school. This is why it's so important that you send them with plenty of water today. Fill those water bottles up to the top. Widespread feels like temperatures 107 to 112. Take a look at Riverview, feeling like 114, 109 in Tampa, 111 in Clearwater, 110 in Bartow, 109 in Brooksville. It's going to be a very hot day. Got to find ways to stay cool. All my outdoor workers, all my crossing guards, make sure you're staying plenty hydrated, finding shade today. Even at 9 o'clock, still going to feel like the mid to upper 90s. We get very little relief from the heat overnight. Tomorrow feels like temperatures widespread again, 105 to upwards of 110. So again, we could potentially have another heat advisory issued for the day tomorrow. Unfortunately, a lot of our rain will be in the morning, and then we're going to heat right back up after that. It'll be almost like a sauna, and then most of the rain tomorrow will stay along that I-95 corridor. Notice today, quickly, rain may be up towards the Nature Coast, Citrus County, maybe parts of Hernando County after lunchtime today between about noon and 2. And then our rain chance trending a little lower on Thursday as of right now as well. But again, that ridge that's been cooking us is finally going to start to retreat. So our heat risk will ultimately lessen, even though our rain chance looks a little less on Thursday as well. Today, again, between noon and 2, maybe up towards the Nature Coast, Citrus County, a few isolated storms. Going into tomorrow, few isolated showers possible in the morning hours. Models have been favoring from Tampa and areas north for some heavy downpours for the morning commute between 7 and 8 o'clock. So just a heads up, you might briefly get slowed down a little bit with some heavy rain for the morning commute tomorrow. Here's a look around 1 o'clock, maybe a few isolated storms inland, and inland is where we're going to look for a few heavy downpours for that evening commute between about 3 and 5 p.m. Most of the rain for the evening commute tomorrow is going to settle along that I-95 corridor. We'll have this onshore west-northwest wind that's going to push most of the rain to the Atlantic coast the next couple of days. Even Thursday, again, maybe a few isolated showers along the coast first half of the day, but most of the rain settles up inland through the afternoon and evening. Just a few isolated storms possible on Thursday. Really nothing super impactful for you. Not a reason that you're necessarily going to have a huge issue driving home from work with all the rain. Rain chances will stay a little more elevated, though, generally 40 to 50% through the weekend. A lot of that will focus inland through the weekend as well. More summer-like patterns setting up here across the Bay Area. Moderate chop on the Bay, sees at about 2 feet. 7-day shows highs in the upper 80s to low 90s all 7 day long. But, of course, that weather impact alert today for the dangerous heat. Slightly higher rain chances arrive through the upcoming weekend. All right.